And welcome back, Grillman's Garage. We're outside today, and what do we have in our hands? We have a Parrot Anafi, and we have a Fimi Mini 3 SE. What do they have in common? They both have a 2-axis gimbal, and the third axis is EIS, Electronic Image Stabilization. The forerunners of that technology, way back, I'll say the forerunners in my history anyway, was way back to the bebop era in, what, 2016, I think it was, or whatever. These came out in 2018. I'm going to show you a little clip here of my original Bebop 2 flying in the wind. Look at the flagpole, look at the flag, 20-25 kilometers an hour, almost rock solid, amazing, way back then, okay? Then in late 2018, they came out with the Anafi, also called the Dragonfly, okay? 55 miles an hour top speed. That's like 24.8 meters per second, okay? 4K video, also DCI cinematic video at 24 frames per second. Absolutely amazing. Tons and tons of stuff. Back then, these were $400 or $500, okay? Speed ahead 6 years. Here we go. We have the Fimi Mini 3 SE. Everybody was coming out with 3-axis gimbals and 4K videos and 60 frames per second and doing all this kind of stuff. They came out with one, they dropped the 60 frames per second because not too many people were using it anyway, and if you wanted to get slow motion, you go down to 1080p. But they came out with their 4K 30 frames per second on a 2-axis gimbal with electronic stabilization. Fimi hadn't done that in years and years. Okay? So I'll put up a montage here of some little videos, and I'll mark which ones they are, that I did with this the other day. And I'll do this one here. This is this hovering. It was on the shelf for over a year. Put it down here, hit the button, charged all the batteries up, hit the button, it came on, and it was rock solid. And I'll run that little video. It is just solid. Absolutely amazing. This, it needs some more calibrations, but not quite exactly as solid as this. And no Fimi really is under 5 meters. They kind of wander or go, they'll stay in the spot, but they might go, a little bit like that. So what are we going to do today? We're just showing you the difference. What has 6 years done? 6 years of technology. They've gone from a 2-axis gimbal, then everybody climbed on board with a 3-axis gimbal, and now we're back to 2-axis gimbals, okay? So I'm going to run a few videos here, short, around of each one. I'll label them, and we'll come back and we'll do a little cleanup. Okay, and how was that? Go back and forth, go back and look at the videos, go back and look at the photos and the imagery, etc. We have the Parrot Anafi, which I've always wished they stayed in the consumer market, but I guess there's more money in industrial and commercial than there is in, consumer stuff. But anyway, they're out there making tons and tons of money, I guess, because they now have the Anafi USA and the Anafi AI, and they're made in France. I don't know how much of the technology is from China, but they're made in France, apparently. These, okay, everything's from China, okay, but Fimi Mini 3 SE, 2-axis gimbal, super good for what it is. Around the $200 mark, it came out at $199, they went to $249. You could probably get them from around the $200 mark. Amazing, and you can't buy them anymore. Well, if you can, they're very expensive, okay? They do still have, as you saw, very pleasing video and very pleasing imagery, okay? You might have to tweak this imagery a little bit in post, but it's very acceptable. It's very good for what it is, and I can't complain about this one at all. And I can't compare this to the Mini 3 because the Mini 3 has a 1/2-inch stacked sensor on a 3-axis gimbal. Not a fair comparison really, but you have seen some of my videos where I have done that, and you see the difference in dynamic range and stability. Okay, so there we are. So I just thought I'd bring this 2-axis gimbal out because now this is a 2-axis gimbal and where things are going to go. I have seen a few online, like from the DEERC or in the JJRC and things like this that have 2-axis gimbals and stuff. They're not bad as long as they're not moving. And they're generally a Wi-Fi connection. And they're more money than this. Okay, so and remember, everything is USB-C. Okay, the charging, the controller, everything's charged up USB-C. Amazing. 6 years ago, this was all USB-C, and the charging on the control, everything was USB-C. Amazing. So in 6 years, what have they done? Full circle, looks like. Are they all going to go this way? Will DJI ditch the 3-axis gimbal? You never know. Anyway, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the bell, get out, get some fresh air, and go buy a drone. Bye now.